Welcome into Tool Shed Live. I'm Warren Seegers, and of course, this is a program we talk about everything that relates to home improvement and home ownership. Tonight, my guest is Anthony Lubarsky, longtime friend. How you doing, Anthony? And good. You just started a new company, right?
Yep.
And
Custom
it's
Creations.
Custom Creations LLC. So, tell me a little bit about your company, just in general first, before I start asking my questions.
Right on. Well, we do a lot of home remodeling, new build, new construction, and I try to kind of mix artwork with our construction to make it unique and different for each client that we might go see to bid a job on.
Okay, so when you say new construction, are you actually building houses?
We're not that far yet.
Okay.
But like maybe home additions, new decks.
Turning garages into another room.
Yep.
Which he and I, we did that at your house, and then we did it at my house.
In Goshen.
Yeah, because your grandmother had moved in with you,
Yep.
and then we found out we were having twins, and we needed more room. So yeah, we've done a few things together over the years. So let's talk about decks. I was looking at your site, and there's a lot of cool designs there that you guys can do. I mean, what is your one big thing that you do? Would you say? Is it decks?
Probably decks and bathroom remodels.
Okay.
Because I like to do a lot of tile work. I'll kind of make my own pattern out of the different sizes and colors that they'll have.
Okay, so that's interesting. So you'll do tile work and you'll customize it, not just be one of these guys that come in and you pick the tile and lay it down.
Lay in the regular standard patterns. What I'll try to do is I try to get multiple sizes and colors and match the colors up and kind of give you like a unique design, so when you walk in, it's not just
a standard
subway.
Yeah,
you know?
sand color tiles.
Right.
And if you want a little bit different, you put them in a diamond shape. So when
right.
you walk in the room, what if because I know you're a bit of an artist also.
Yep.
But what if I came in? I did some time in Africa, and they have this really ornate tile work they do, where these are just basically murals on a floor. If someone came in and they had a picture, and they said, "Can you kind of recreate this in a tile work?" Could you do that?
Yes, yeah, I could. I've been practicing on landscaping, like hardscape with flagstone.
Okay.
And then I'll take our leftover tile or chip tile, and I'll break them up even more, and I'll make designs on them with that as well.
Wow, that's cool. So let's talk a little bit about your company. 35 years combined experience. So apparently you're not the only one. Are you 35 yet?
I'm actually 38 now.
Oh, 38. Oh, wow. Time flies. But 35 years, obviously, you would have been 4 years old working the job.
Right.
Tell me the other people that you're working with and what their part they have in the business.
There's Jason Fitz. He's my partner and friend. I met him working at a Forest River company a couple years ago.
Okay.
And he's more on the landscaping side, and he knows a little bit of construction. We're kind of working together to combine our knowledge on each field that we're an expert at to make what we got now at Custom Creations.
Okay, so he's landscaping, so he'd be kind of like an exterior designer.
Yeah.
You do the construction, so you're kind of like interior.
Right.
And you combine the two together. So I would imagine when you guys design decks and you're doing this for someone, you're not just doing the deck, but you're actually designing the landscaping that goes around it.
We try to do it in a package to where after I design the deck and give whatever shape that you want in the steps, and Jason will go in there and kind of lay out planting beds and recommend what type of flowering and shrubs might want to put in there to cover up certain things or just to give it color.
Okay, awesome. So who else do you have that works for you?
I got Melissa. She's the one that's been making all our Facebook pages and our slideshows that you might see and all the posts and everything else, just to keep us relevant and up to date with everything.
So she's the business side of it.
Yeah.
Keeps everything rolling while you guys are out there, breaking your back, swinging hammers and
right.
shoveling dirt and stuff like that.
Awesome. She gets out there and cleans too, so
So tell me a little bit more about Jason. Is he your same age or?
Yeah, I think he's just a couple years older than I am, actually. But
Okay, so pretty much everybody in the company is fairly young. You guys are going to be around for a while doing this.
we're planning. We're hopefully maybe get bigger and start an extra crew next season.
Okay, so do you have anybody else besides you that works for you?
Just some laborers that I know of that I'll pick up every now and then.
Okay,
But for right now, it's just basically me and Jason and Melissa.
awesome. So how long have you been in business?
Since we officially opened up Custom Creations about a month and a half ago.
Oh, so this is
but
fairly new.
But I had the LLC for almost a year. Yeah, almost a year now.
Okay,
Under another name. It was Quality Construction.
gotcha. Okay, are you doing anything right else while you're growing your business?
Just kind of side work. And
Okay,
I'm thinking I'm about to start working with a tree company.
okay.
Just to kind of help them so I can at least make some money in between
Right.
pulling jobs.
Okay, so if someone does have a job, I mean, we're going to talk more about everything that you do here, but for someone that actually wants to get in touch with you guys, how do they contact you?
They could go to our Facebook page, and on the Facebook page, you could either message us or our phone number's there,
Okay,
as well as our email addresses.
awesome. Now, when I was going through your Facebook page, of course, the first thing I looked at, I was looking at the deck designs that you guys offer, which are totally amazing. I was like almost embarrassed to have you on the show now because I'm like, the guy that used to help me do my projects looks like he's making things that look nicer than mine, and I didn't want you to look down on me.
No, I wouldn't do that.
On camera.
A lot of my projects that I'm doing where I use like the scrap or reusing old material,
Right.
I stole that idea from you.
Yeah,
So
'cause I've been doing it for like 12, 13 years on this
Yeah.
project. I don't throw anything away. And
he
here's a
doesn't.
funny thing, and you'll understand this. So, you know, we always go to like the box stores, and we always go to their crappy lumber pile, the coal packs, and we're actually running out of wood. And, you know, over the years, we have piles and stacks of wood.
right.
So my whole plan was I really got to get the basement done, but there's all this material that I've been collecting. I'm like, okay, no more buying materials. I look at it, decide what we're doing with it, and put it up. The basement now is almost completely framed out except for one small corner. And I'm actually to a point where it's like, I don't have all the 2x4s I need. So Penny found a call pack that was in Goshen. I ran over there, and it had just been sold. I just missed it. So like I'm trying to get the boys in their room before Thanksgiving. I don't think that's going to happen now, but it's just like, you know, we are literally going through scrap wood and going, okay, we can still use this. It's long enough for here. But yeah, it's neat. I think there's two type of construction people. There's us, where we have more of a creative mind, where we can look at what most people think is scrap wood,
Right.
and we make something out of it.
Definitely.
Example, this tool bench. This is all scrap lumber I had that I screwed and glued together, which sounds like a really good night. Maybe too good of a night. So, but I made this out of scrap 2x4s. I got a bar top, though, downstairs that looks really nice with scrap wood that I know most construction companies would pitch or burn.
Right.
So you got what I would call brand new builders. They're building you a nice house. They get all the materials. Then there's people that have an artistic view on it, and then we can actually do. I feel you would probably be better at doing more creative things. When someone comes in and is like, I want to do something with my backyard, they're not just looking through a book and go, I want this one. You're coming in and you're probably
Yeah.
suggesting ideas.
Yes, that's what I normally do. I'll bring my portfolio and I'll kind of show them other things that I've done, and then I'll draw it out on a piece of paper for them, my whole idea of what I'm thinking. You know, they just kind of give me the foundation of what they want,
Right.
and I'll run with it from there.
So one thing that I was really interested on your site, I seen a lot of decks, and I was like, wow, these are beautiful. And I wish we had those pictures
Next time.
the next time. But then I also seen this video that you had just posted recently that showed all this beautiful, one-of-a-kind furniture. And I mean literally, it's one-of-a-kind furniture now.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Well, Melissa had found a bunch of pictures and these ideas of finding like old dressers, like dressers that are missing drawers. We'll take them and kind of think of maybe making this dresser into a bench for your front door. So where the 2 drawers are missing, we'll just remove those. I'll cut it out and we'll reframe, put some cushioning and some upholstery over it and restain it and sand it and just kind of make it into a whole new different piece of furniture, like you said. Instead of it being a busted dresser, now it's a bench for you to put your shoes on by the front door with drawers to store your whatever, you know.
And the one that I seen, it looked like it was like a big chair, like kind of like in a castle. But it's beautiful. And then it had 1 drawer underneath, and I thought, that's genius. You come in, you take your shoes off, you open up the drawer, throw them in there. That way, you know, you can clean the drawer out, but you don't have dirt going all over the house and stuff. But that was really cool. What are some other furniture pieces that you've done?
I've built a vanity out of scrap wood and scrap material.
And actually, we have pictures of that, and if someone in the control room can run me back the printed version of it. I forgot it on the printer so that we know what we're talking about. So, but we'll take a look at those, and Coy's going to put them on screen, and we'll look at that vanity, and you can kind of explain what you were doing on that. You also mentioned that there's no job too small, no job too big. So on the small side, what are some jobs that you might actually do?
For the smaller side, we actually have a service for lawn maintenance, bed maintenance.
Okay.
And I've been experimenting with building small pieces of furniture myself from scratch.
Okay.
And I have a kind of like a chest that I'm making that will open up, but on all 4 corners of the chest, I'm carving out like a phoenix. Kind of give it like a, just kind of a design, and I'm hoping I can do it with anything that I can, that I can draw on.
Right.
It's a little bit harder than I expected, but maybe next time when I come, it'll be done. And
that would be cool. Maybe, next time we can bring some of the pieces in here and actually show people what they look like.
That would be real cool.
So, Coy, are you ready to go to the slideshow? Is it up right now? We don't have a monitor in here, so we don't know. You probably have a better view than I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the first picture that we're looking at. So explain what you got going on here.
Well, this is the vanity that I built for a friend of mine in his bathroom. This is everything he had I had used in here was either scrap or just material he had in his basement.
Okay.
These boards are actually they're made of cedar, and they're ceiling panels, kind of like almost like a drop ceiling.
Okay.
And he just had stacks of them sitting in his garage. So I took about 30, 40 of them, and I 45'd them because they were I believe they're only 18 inches tall. And I needed my vanity to be at least 30.
Right.
So I put a miter on them, and I put them together seamlessly. So it's kind of hard to even tell that that's not one piece.
Right.
Sanded it all down, stained it. I used just regular, I believe it was 4 1/4 inch tile.
Uh-huh.
And I put them at a diamond shape, and I tiled the countertop on it, and that was just some extra sinks that he had. And I stained it, and it's pretty, I was happy with it. This is my first vanity I've ever built, and it was just kind of spur of the moment thing because they needed a new one in their bathroom.
Right. So let's go ahead and look at the second picture here. So this is the same one, correct?
Yep, the same one.
So on this one, we see that the 2 drawers and an opening.
Yep.
So this is interesting because you said cedar, right?
Yeah.
And cedar, is usually used for making cedar chests because it has a nice smell to it,
right.
Which is genius because if you want something that smells nice, a bathroom would be the best place for it.
Perfect place for it, definitely.
Okay. So you have the do you? I don't think we have pictures with the doors. What are you going to do with the doors? Or was that that was this one?
That was
the first
this one.
Okay.
You can actually kind of see one of the drawers on the side next to my stain.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Yeah, off to the left there. Now, what about the basin? Was that something you bought, or is that did you do a cement basin and make it yourself?
Which one?
The basin here?
Oh, this is actually, he had a handful of these sinks. He had 3 of them that was just sitting in the basement. And I think normally they're designed to just sit directly on top of the counter, but I went ahead and cut a hole in it. I don't think I have a picture of it before. But I went ahead and cut a hole into the top, and I kind of set it half in and half up, just to kind of, I don't know, give it a design.
Right, it's kind of like the Art Deco look with the glass, where it looks like a bowl sitting on top.
Right.
I like that. That's interesting. And these were just scrap tiles, you say?
Yeah, they were just scrap 4.5 inch, and I kind of toyed with it, and because I was cutting out the center, I couldn't really do, like, I wanted to do a kind of a different design, but with the minimum room, I thought that the diamond shape worked out perfect for it.
I be honest with you, I think it looks better too, because it helps it give it depth. It's not so squared off.
Right.
And,
right, where the top is rectangles, that's rectangle, then they all kind of just be something different for it.
And then the backsplash is the same thing with the tiles on there also. It's all
I just
one
end up
piece.
cutting them in half and just rotated them back and forth.
Right. Have you ever thought about when you're making your custom furniture here, getting one of those places where they have like booths and selling that stuff?
We were talking about it on maybe trying to rent a space at the fair sometime, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, and just have a bunch of my stuff on display. And I would like to, especially this winter, because I'm sure it will be a little bit slow, maybe build more of the dressers, and I want to hit up with a piano and try to do something custom with a piano next.
Right.
And then have them posted on Facebook, and if you're interested in buying one, I can either sell one that I've made, or you give me your idea and I can convert something from there.
Yeah. If anybody has a question out there, feel free to ask. Anthony will do his best to answer the questions. So let's take a look at the last picture here on this. It's just another angle of it, and this was before doors. So that's a nice piece of furniture. I wish we had the others, because I can't tell you the video. I wish we actually had the capability of playing the video back, because some of the stuff that I've seen that you had put together, I was just like, all of a sudden I was more interested in the furniture you were making than, you know, the actual construction.
The construction.
Stuff.
Yeah. It'd be nice if that part took off as well, because, you know, you're not always busy. So it's that, or I'm hoping to get big enough to where I can set up a crew to go take care of the jobs that I'm bidding and estimating, and then I can work on stuff like this at home, at the shop on myself.
Well, cool. We can get back to, you can go ahead and take the picture down. So, you know, I'm thinking, I got an old sink that's downstairs, and it's one that hangs on the wall. And I thought, you know, I really would like to have a sink on my deck by my grill. So I think, you know, it would look kind of cool having that sink out there on the outside. And the cool thing, it's gray water, it's never going to be black water, so I can just let it run right underneath the deck and, you know.
Go to your plant beds.
Yeah, exactly. So what are some of the bigger jobs you've done?
Some of the bigger jobs, well, it'd probably be some of the hardscape jobs. I was working for another company at the time, but I was project manager for the company, and so I had full lead on on laying out, calling in the material, but we did. There was 4 retaining walls that were seat walls at the same time, and we built a fireplace with fire logs on it.
Okay.
It's on the Facebook page. I should have.
Was that? I think I seen that. It was like almost a stone.
Yeah, it was all stone.
So you actually made that one.
Yeah, and there's lighting all around.
Yeah.
You can see it on the seat.
That looks like it would be at a very, like a 5-star hotel outside.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, very nice. So, and then that had lighting and everything. So, I mean, how did you run the lighting? Does that go in the bricks?
The lighting, I actually had used the mason bit to drill down, because we buried all the wire to go underneath. We had a 12-volt system that we hooked up. And then I used brick saw to kind of make a valley for the wire underneath the coping.
Wow, that's amazing. So let's talk about lighting. LED or standard halogen? We're
LED.
LED.
Yes.
There is so much you can do with LED now.
Oh, yes.
What are some of the ideas and things that you guys do with LED?
Well, for my friend that we built this vanity for, originally in his shower he had his name made in tile.
Okay.
And I'm still finishing that one up, but I ran 12-volt wire to put LED lighting underneath it. So when he will turn his bathroom light on, it'll light up his name on top of the shower.
Elvis would have loved you for that one. On his golden throne, his name, Elvis, in lights. That's cool. So let me ask you this, because people have varied opinions on it. LED, I don't think there's any discussion that LED is the future. It's not the future, it's here.
Yes.
It blows CFL away, it blows halogen, any other.
And with heat and everything.
Yeah.
You know?
And especially energy consumption.
Yes.
And it's really bright. But there are still these solar LED lights out there, and I'm just not quite buying it. How do you feel about the solar LED?
If you're not looking for a bright light, if you're cool with just like, I don't know, like kind
An
of like
accenting light,
just, you know, just something just to be there, I guess. But
yeah, because they don't really light anything
no,
up.
I feel maybe it's the battery. Like maybe come up with a new design or new something.
Well, yeah, I think what it is they're trying to sell them for a really cheap price, so they can't put the size of the battery in there that would charge it and
which makes sense,
put off the lumens. To me, I call them airstrip runway lights because you can't see anything, but you can see, you know, the path.
You'll see the path. That's about it.
You know, God forbid there'd be a hole somewhere around there. You're not going to see that, but you know, yeah, it'll be approximately here.
I feel most people kick them around anyways.
Yeah.
Because they don't see them.
Right, yeah. That's what happened to all mine. And then in the winter, they get buried in snow, and then that's when they're done.
Yeah, the snow shovel takes them there.
So here's another thing. I don't know if you realized when you came in, there was all that swimming pool bladder stuff sitting out in the middle of my yard. I got that from a yard that I cleaned up. It was buried under dirt, and my first thought I was going to run it to the dump, and then I was like, it's fairly large pieces of bladder. So I'm going to take that, and I'm actually going to use that for, I don't know if you remember in the greenhouse here, we were going to put the water feature. I'm going to use that as the bladder, the liner in there for that. So let's talk about water features. Do you guys do anything like that?
I haven't for my company yet.
Okay.
But for the company that I used to work for, yeah, we've built ponds with waterfalls.
Oh, wow.
We refabbed old ponds that maybe people had on their property and didn't realize what they really had until we came through and cleaned it up. One of the biggest ones that I've done is there was 3 levels, and it started with the waterfall. It came down about 12 feet to the first pond, and then we built more waterfalls. We fixed the other waterfalls and stream that came down to the last 2.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, and we say ponds because, you know, you can go to Lowe's and you can get those little plastic things, and people say it's a pond. Are you talking about a pond?
Like the smallest one was a 20-foot diameter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
the smallest.
Yeah, that was the smallest one. And then the bigger one ended up at 34 or 36, I believe.
Wow. Okay, so you almost go swimming in that.
Yeah, they had the koi in there. You know?
Yeah, really. Yeah. So, in order to have koi, do they take those out every winter, or do they leave them in there?
Some people do, but I know a lot of people that leave them in there all year.
And they survive.
Yeah, they'll make it. They just go all the way down to the bottom or something.
Wow. Is there a certain depth that you need to have to make sure that it doesn't freeze all the way through, or?
You know, I honestly don't know.
So
the animal part I don't know. I'll make sure to look up though, so just in case someone asks me.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, well, we're getting short on time. We got about 5 minutes left. Is there anything in your business that you would really like to feature and talk about?
Well, basically we pretty much offer all types of services. You know, so any idea you might have, feel free to give us a call because we might do it.
Okay.
You know, and The biggest thing we like to push as well is the custom work.
Right.
You know, instead of just kind of like cookie cutter patterns and the same plastic molding coming out all the time, kind of give your idea of what you like, things, designs, colors, plants, and we try to incorporate that into the actual design and the layout of what we're building for you.
So whatever you're building, you're doing more than just building a deck, more than just turning a garage into a living room. You're actually meeting with the people, getting their personality, and then working that into whatever you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Custom. I mean, it truly is a custom creation at that point.
Definitely.
That is awesome. So, what if someone has a piece of furniture, and it might be an heirloom, but it's falling apart and everything, and they want to do something? Could someone go, hey, send you a picture and go, I have this piece of furniture, what can you do with it?
Yes, definitely. Please feel free to do anything like that. And with the pictures or with the actual piece of furniture that I come see, I'll definitely come up with an idea and shoot it to them. And hopefully we'll come up with a deal from there.
Well, once we get the show done, I got like a big pile of furniture down in the basement. I want you to go wild on it. Tell me your creative ideas, and we'll work out some deals.
Sounds like a plan.
I have a lot of it that we've been storing. My idea was when some of it's just junk. I've gotten rid of a lot of it, but it was the IKEA stuff, pressed sawdust and glue. But my idea was I was going to keep all these, tear them apart, get all the dimensions and the design, and then rebuild them in actual wood.
Nice.
One of those ideas that I had, and it just kept stacking up in the basement, and I needed room, so we got rid of it. But I do have some other pieces of furniture that are nice, and I have some granite pieces that I thought there's got to be a way of taking this scrap granite, using it for a top, and then the actual furniture pieces and redoing them.
You'd be surprised what you can reuse and what you can just mix material and colors with.
Yeah, exactly. So if anybody has a project, they a remodel, a kitchen, tiles, any of that stuff, tell everybody once again how to get a hold of you.
You can go to our Facebook page under Custom Creations LLC, and you can Facebook message us. Our email addresses are there, as well as our phone numbers. We do accept text messaging as well through the cell phones. So if you feel more comfortable with text messaging, we can communicate that way as well.
And then I didn't ask you, where are you guys located out of?
Niles.
So you're in Michigan?
Yep.
Okay, so Niles, Michigan. That's not too far.
No, not far at all.
How far will you guys travel out?
Probably at least a 50-mile radius.
50 miles.
Yeah,
that's
I'm willing. Yeah, I'm willing to work.
Have a hammer, we'll travel.
Right.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having
me. Good
me,
catching
man.
up with you again,
Definitely.
man. It's been a few years since we've
it
seen
has
each
been.
other, and
You've been on tour though for a while.
yeah, a couple of mobilizations in between there. But that's all soon coming to an end. December 13th, this guy is out of the Army. And I'm ready. It was great. It was fun. But it's time for me to move on.
Yes.
So,
I can see that.
but yeah, thanks for coming in to the show, and we'll definitely have you back again because we were talking the next time you come in.
I can't wait.
We'll bring a couple pieces of furniture on it, and we can talk about it. Be like show and tell.
That'd be
For
awesome.
construction people. All right, well, that is all the time that we have. I do want to thank all of our Facebook affiliate pages that stream our show every Thursday night. That is gardenhouseflags.com, Penny Seeger's Remax Results, Brent Mentzler, Indiana Farm Bureau, Divine Homes by Miller, and now you guys are going to be on there, right?
Yes.
So Custom Creations LLC is going to be one of our affiliates, and of course, always we're on the Edifice Venture Facebook page. And the Tool Shed streams live to these pages every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget, I also do a post-edited version of this that I put on my YouTube channel, and you can find that channel by going to YouTube and searching Edifice Venture. We also are rebroadcast on Pickle Beats and Jams, which is an internet radio station. So every Saturday and Sunday, you can hear this show at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. every week. And the way that you find that is go to tunein.com and search for Pickle Beats and Jams, or look for it on the TuneIn app. So be sure to like us on Facebook, tune in, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. The Tool Shed is a production of Seegers Media, produced by myself. Coy Seegers is our technical director. Penny Seegers is our scheduling manager. You can tell it's a family business. And until next week, DIY until you die.